All right. Well, let's get to our discussion today, which we're going to be talking about our stay at Boulder Ridge Villas at Wilderness Lodge. And it had been a few years since we've stayed here. Last time we stayed here, none of these rooms were renovated.
Yeah, it was September of 2020.
Yeah, and now they are renovated. So we kind of have a before and after we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But for those that don't know, because there's more than one DVC area here at Wilderness Lodge here. So
Let's talk about it.
Is Boulder Ridge Villas?
Well, this is how Disney describes Boulder Ridge Wilderness Lodge area, if I may talk about this.
You may.
Okay. It says, recalling the 1860s railroad hotels of the American West, Boulder Ridge Villas offer the comforts of home amid the rustic beauty of Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Dine on traditional Pacific Northwest cuisine, explore trails through lush meadows, and delight in the enchanting Copper Creek Springs pool. Just a breezy boat ride in Magic Kingdom Park, this resort hotel celebrates the ethos, yes, of traditional craftsmanship and the great outdoors.
Okay.
So
that's a very wordy way of saying, well, I mean, it's fine. I was going to say rustic. It is, I think rustic would work. So the Boulder Ridge opened November of 2000 as Villas at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, and the name changed in 2016. And of course, this is a DVC property, which is Disney Vacation Club, if you are not familiar with that. So we rented points staying here because my brother was staying at Wilderness Lodge, just the hotel side, and we were going to stay somewhere else, and we switched it over.
We had Animal Kingdom Lodge at first, and then when they said they were coming, we're like, oh, I'll just switch it.
Yeah, we're kind of out of this plan for birthday stuff, so we switched over here. So,
and then there's also Copper Creek. It's another DVC section, but Boulder Ridge and Copper Creek are not the same.
Correct.
It's really confusing to have two different DVC properties within the same hotel.
Especially the description of Boulder Ridge includes Copper Creek.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's like the same thing that Polynesian is going to have, because they're going to have, they have that new tower going up, and that's going to be different.
Right.
So it's all confusing. But anyway, so that's the basics of Boulder Ridge.
Yes. Either way, it's at Wilderness Lodge.
Either way.
Which is one of our favorite resorts.
Yes.
We'll talk about. But
yes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with the room.
Okay.
And then we'll move into some of the other resort things. So, like I said, the room we stayed before wasn't renovated, and this time around, these were all renovated.
Yep. And we stayed in a studio last time and a studio this time. So
yeah. So we had the deluxe studio, standard view, sleeps 5, and they are 356 square feet.
Yep. And the layout is similar to layouts of other DVC resorts where you walk in, you've got a kitchenette on one side, you've got the bathroom on the other side. In this case, the bathroom, there was one sink, and the bathroom is separated, like the toilet and the shower have their own little room, and then the sink is outside. Then you've got a closet, and then you go into the main area, and you've got a queen bed. You've got a pull down, like a Murphy bed, queen that's has like a couch in front of it. You've got like a coffee table, and then you've got a third, or I guess a second pull down bed from under the TV. That's the fifth sleeper,
which is very handy for, like, obviously that's where our son slept.
Yeah,
fit perfect for him.
Yep. Now, here's my one thing that I was not, I was kind of ick about with this hotel or this Boulder Ridge area. There's no table in this room. There were stools that were underneath the drawers that you could pull out and sit on.
Right.
But there was no traditional like table, like seating, and then like two chairs with it. They did not have that here.
Well, a lot of the places that have the Murphy beds has a table attached to it, but this one didn't. It had a couch.
Right.
So I think that's an interesting.
Well, that's just for the values. And
right, I know, but it's one of those things like, would you rather have the couch there or would you have the table attached to it? It probably depend on kind of what you wanted from the room. But yeah, there's definitely no table in here, though.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of Polynesian because they've got both. They've got the couch.
True, I just meant this room, but yeah.
Yeah, but so that I feel like that was missing for me. I would have enjoyed having
especially with
that table.
With littles.
Yeah, but it was a connecting room, so there was nowhere to put a table. So I don't know if a different room that's not a connecting room would have had a table there, because the door was right there with all the space. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's possible.
It's maybe like I just have to look at other pictures. But
I mean, there was a table outside. We had a patio, so there was one out there, a little side table out there.
It's not the same.
I'm just saying there was one out there you could pull inside, but yeah, they didn't have an actual like table like most of the rooms do.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the layout of the room. So.
All right, and the theming in here, like we said, it's been remodeled here. What would you put the theming as? Like, I think it is very rustic and Wilderness Lodge like.
Well, yeah, it is very Wilderness Lodge like. It's like cabin in the woods kind of feeling.
Yeah.
But they do have a little more color this time. So like the headboard to the queen bed has like hints of like blues and some like even pink.
It kind of had a Native American vibe to it.
A little bit. Like the rug was it looked like birds. Like have a Native American feeling a little bit. The curtain was like a map of different areas, like had Geyser Point on there.
It looked like an old
springs.
trail. Yeah, it looked like an old trail map. I liked it. I liked that curtain actually. I like when they have the curtains that are themed. What I miss from like Caribbean Beach having the pirate rooms because they had the pirate almost like flag as a curtain there. So I kind of like when they do stuff like that.
But the cutest thing was our son. He slept in the pull down bed under the TV. And inside was Chip and Dale snoozing away. And he loved those. He loved looking at them.
True.
He loved his Chip and Dale. But if you pull down the Murphy bed, you can also see the Huey, Dewey, and Louie and sleep in a tent. And then Donald is on the top of the geyser being shot up. I don't know. I just love the cute like Disney touches in this room. So I think it was much better, much improved redo of these rooms than it was before. Because if you remember our review, and we can put that in the show notes if you want to go back and listen to our review before, we were not impressed with the rooms before. The decor was just old and
they needed a refurb, and there was space in there. I remember that wasn't utilized. It was like almost empty space.
Yeah,
that just felt weird.
So dark and
yeah, I feel like this was a good use. Had enough light. Good use of space. It was missing the table, but other than that, I felt like everything was pretty well balanced in there.
And they did have touches like the outside of the bed that is under the TV is the same as the headboards of the rooms in the hotel section. Did you notice that?
I don't think I did. No.
Okay, yeah, I did notice that. I was like, because we stayed the Wilderness Lodge part like 2 years ago, I think. So.
Okay.
Let me say that. But anyway, so yeah, I really like the theming of the room. It's much better.
And this time the updated, which I will say, the updated TVs, they have some functionality to them. This one did work actually. The last one we stayed at, it didn't
Smart
work.
TVs.
Because I missed the old menu music playing. Like it was kind of comforting. But this one does have, it's got some extra features. And the thing I do like is it does have the ability to like cast from your phone to the TV, which for our kids worked out really well.
Now, we didn't do it, but I heard you can actually get the old menus.
Oh, you can?
On the TV. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't try it, but that's just what I heard. So.
Oh, and a tip, if you're wanting to cast from your phone, like say if you have Disney Plus or whatever, onto the TVs, it only works if you have to install Chrome browser on your phone to make it work. It wouldn't work. I couldn't get it to work usually because I have an iPhone, just like the regular Safari browser. It wouldn't work. So I downloaded Chrome and it worked just fine.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind because it'll give you an error message otherwise.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting there. But anything else about the room?
Not about the room, but I did want to mention the lobby, whatever it is, area of the Boulder Ridge section.
I do love that section.
Yes. So it's, again, another rustic, has a lot of rustic charm.
It looks like just like a log cabin in there.
It really does. There's a lot of rocking chairs. There's the fireplace. A lot of seating. There's
a lot of seating, like almost hidden seating in all of Wilderness Lodge. Like it's one of the really resorts that has just like, especially in lobbies and stuff, like it's just almost like tucked away little places you'll find.
It's awesome.
That I don't believe it's at. You might find it over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I could see that maybe have the space for it. Outside of that, I don't think you would find that in any other resort.
I need to go looking. I need to investigate this. But you're right. The seating is amazing. at Wilderness Lodge, outside and inside.
Yeah.
They also have that decorative bird cage that sits in the middle, which our kids liked for whatever reason.
It's kind of weird, but yeah.
There's also, if you go out, like if you're in the lobby area and you go to the room next to it, there's a couple tables, there's some chairs, another fireplace, but they call it the Carolwood Pacific Room. And it's supposed to be like kind of like a game room, but there's also a place where you can see a lot of railroad things for Walt Disney. There's a lot of pictures of him like working on his trains, and there's a lot of history on there. And like, so if you're interested in seeing any of that, you can go into that room and look at all those old pictures. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So
no, I love this area because it's for a DVC hotel lobby section. It's almost like a grand version of it. It's like a miniature version of Wilderness Lodge lobby.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's got like a high ceiling in there because there's 2 stories in there.
I think there's 3.
There may be 3 actually, but it's almost it's very like quaint, but it's nice. I like it a lot. And again, you get the fireplace right there, sets the mood. And does Wilderness Lodge is the one resort where you do feel like you're off in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like you don't feel like you're. I mean, other than the heat, but you don't really feel like you're at Disney or at in Florida.
And just FYI, the Boulder Ridge villas are detached from the main building. That's the only one that's like that. So Copper Creek and the hotel section of Wilderness Lodge are all connected. You can get to them through the lobby. You don't have to go outside.
Right.
Boulder Ridge, you do. It is detached. Not a big deal, but just for your info.
Yeah. Good way to tell them apart. Yeah, they are detached that way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about the resort minus the dining, which we'll talk about. We'll do it like in next week's episode. We're going to be in Missouri. So next week's episode, we'll talk all about dining that we did. This includes many of the Wilderness Lodge, dining places there. So,
yes.
All right. So it has studio 1 and 2 bedroom villas.
And that's specifically in Boulder Ridge.
Yes.
Copper Creek has those really cool cabins.
They do have those cabins.
They also have 3-bedroom villas at Copper Creek.
And I will say we've taken a tour of the Copper Creek cabins. I would that's like a bucket list place to stay.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
Those are fire.
Yes, they're also very very pricey. But yeah.
Very pricey.
But yeah, those are very cool. But you also do have the Copper Creek Springs pool, which is the main pool. And then you also have the Fire Rock Geyser.
That we never saw it go off when we were there. At least I didn't.
I didn't see it go off either.
I think
I've seen it before, but I didn't see it at all. But I just spent a lot of time in the pool, which, to be honest, we'd never spent much time in the pool area here. Mm-hmm. But we did this time because, it was really hot and our kids love swimming.
Children.
So,
yes.
But I did do some night swimming, which I haven't done for a long time because it was the last night that we were there with my brother and his family, and the girls wanted to swim, so I took our daughter down and swam in there, and it's a very cool pool. I really like the pool a lot, especially at night. Mm-hmm. The only thing about it is, I would say the Polynesian pool beats it because you can see Magic Kingdom, but outside of that, it's one of the coolest spots. Hey, you got Geyser Point right there,
right?
So if you want to go, get some food, go right there. So, and they got the kids area, the splash pad.
Got the splash pad, which is pretty good.
Which is perfect for the kids.
Yep.
And you got your quick service right there. So you've got tons of food and drink all around you and everything. Mm-hmm. Nothing's too far away.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's a good point. It doesn't feel too big. Like it feels a very moderately sized deluxe accommodations.
Yeah. They got that little rock thing, like the water looks like it flows into it, so it's got this you've got that spring above and it looks like it flows into the pool there.
It does not.
It doesn't, but it looks like it does. It's got cool ambiance, but I really enjoyed it.
And they also have 2 hot tubs right off that pool, but
if public hot tubs are your thing,
we don't partake in that. And then you guys also did some of the activities, the pool activities.
Yeah, we were there. They were doing different games. The thing that our daughter got into, which she got me into, was you basically play, if you've seen Bluey, like Keepy Uppy with a balloon, but it was with a beach ball. Mm-hmm. So the whole point to try and, I think they said Polynesian got 103 times, and then eventually I think we got to like 192. Because the whole thing is if you
Nice.
got to a certain point, the lifeguards, not the lifeguards, but the people that were working,
The cast members.
the cast members would jump in to the water. So they all ended up in the water at some point.
Well, it had poured while you guys were in there doing that. So they were already just soaked. They're like, might as well just jump into.
True. But our daughter really liked that. It's a game and she's competitive.
But they also have a neat little kid slide. They did the slide over and over and over again.
It is a kid slide. Yeah. Our kids loved it. Yeah.
It's not like thrilling. Like it's average. Like our son loved it, and he's 4.
It's
so
fun. But yeah, it's definitely a kid slide though.
yeah. So I like that one. But and then the Boulder Ridge Cove pool.
Which that's like the quiet pool.
That's the quiet pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't go over there.
I walked by it just to look at it because I don't think I'd ever looked in it, and it was fine. No slides or anything. Just a chill pool.
Yeah.
They do that. They do have some cabanas, like cabana areas over there. So
Yeah.
again, like if you're wanting to just really chill, that's the pool to go to. And you can use both as a DVC member or a guest or a regular hotel guest. You can use both pools. So
But our kids aren't quiet, so we didn't do that.
correct.
Yeah. So, anything else about the pool you want to add?
No, just that 2 pools, and they're pretty close together.
They had plenty of. I did like they had plenty of access to towels. They had plenty of chairs for the most part. It seemed like so.
I mean, essentially, if you look at this hotel from like an aerial view, it kind of looks like a W.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, kind of like a U with an extension.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Again, this kind of crept into one of my favorite pools on property. Especially like night swimming is fun. I forget how we don't hardly do. I mean, our kids are getting older now, so we do a little bit more or able to. But I was like, we swam till like 10 o'clock. I was like, I forgot. This is actually kind of fun.
Forgot.
Yeah.
We're not used to that.
Nah, not yet. But all right. Well, let's talk about some of the food here. So, food options you've got are storybook dining at Artist Point with Snow White, which you've done before.
Yes, I took our daughter a year and a half ago, I think, to do this, and it was a good experience. It was still a little modified for the characters at the time, so we may have to review that again sometime soon.
Yeah. Then, like we mentioned, you have Geyser Point, which is one of our favorite quick service options.
Which I didn't get to go to this time, which is terrible.
Well, we went some other places.
Terrible.
I didn't eat here. I did meet up with David, a Club 32 member, and had a drink here, but I didn't have anything to eat. But I love Geyser Point. It's one of the...
Me too.
Ambiance-wise, it's hard to beat. It's inside... It's like this inside outdoors area. The food's really good on top of it. Again, ambiance.
Bison burger.
Yeah, Bison Burger's one of the best burgers on property.
Yep.
The ambiance with just being at Wilderness Lodge. They've got TVs going to watch the game. They have a pretty good bar. So it's a great quick service option to have.
Absolutely.
At that place.
You can also do to go. Like you can do pickup orders over there too.
Yes.
It does get busy, but the seating is awesome too because like it's like outside inside kind of.
Yeah.
There's also like lounge areas.
I think technically it is classified as a lounge.
It is.
I believe I've heard the cast members say that before.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm saying like I think internally they classified as that. It's not really a lounge, but it has lounge properties. Like the chairs around there are very like there's some tables and some chairs that sort of lounge back.
Adjacent.
Just saying, and it has a bar. I thought I remember a cast member one time telling me that they classified that. I could be wrong. I can't remember, but either way. Then you have Territory Lounge.
Yeah, so this is like a bar lounge area that's right off of the lobby, right next to Artist Point. This was we didn't get to go in. Did you go into this one?
I did not. No.
Okay, because it doesn't open until 4. So we were usually not at the hotel then, or we're doing other stuff. But so you can get drinks and stuff in here as well as food. But they do have something called Tasteful Artistry here, and this is every Thursday at noon. You can create your own specialty Wilderness Lodge wooden artwork piece. You can do a board with hooks, like the hang your keys off of or whatever, and a tray with handles. There are 4 stencils to choose from. You can choose the logo, the Wilderness Lodge logo, the DVC logo, 100 Years of Wonder, or a welcome home design. And it's $129 per 2 people. You can just do one thing for those 2 people. But you also get some beer, wine, popcorn sampler, and a loaded baked potato flatbread.
Okay.
I just wanted to share that because I did not know this. I did not know this was available, but they had like stuff posted everywhere about it. Like,
yeah.
every other around the corner, I was like, oh, there's another sign for it. But yeah.
How big is the thing you get? Like the either the tray or the
tray
cook thing?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's a good size. It's like one of those trays you would get like on a coffee table.
Oh, okay.
With little handles on the side. Yep.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Well, there's always activities around a lot of these resorts if you look. So that's one thing that's kind of cool to look at. So, more food options you got. You have Whispering Canyon Cafe, which is which we'll do a review on next week. We ate dinner here. We've eaten breakfast here quite a bit, but this is the place where if you ask for ketchup, they make a big ruckus about it. If you've heard about it. Then you have Roaring Fork, which is a quick service option that is sort of down the ramp, close to the pool.
Down the ramp, yes.
Well, it's down the ramp from the lobby,
right?
And those are the food options. You've got the Wilderness Lodge Mercantile, I believe, is basically the gift shop there.
Yep. They have some resort exclusive merchandise, which I really liked. So they have ones for just Wilderness Lodge, which there's a lot of totem stuff because they're big into the Disney totem stuff. And then they've got a Snow White collection. There's only a couple items, but one is one of the Huntsman's box thing. I think it's similar to the one you see at Artist Point. There's like a bag as well. They also have a lot of Smokey the Bear merchandise.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Good old bears.
Okay.
They do have some cool like mugs and cups though too that are very Wilderness Lodge themed.
It's a good size. It's a good size store. I don't think it's the biggest that I've seen.
It's not as big as Polynesians, but it's a decent sized store.
Yeah, the layout is interesting. It's like shaped almost like a Z, like zigzag.
A little bit, yeah.
But anyway, so.
And then you also have Sturdy Branches Health Club. So you got a gym there you can go check out, which it's a decent gym.
Yeah, it's in the Boulder Ridge building.
Yes, that is where it's at. But everybody can use that.
Absolutely.
So you can go over there. But it's as the deluxe gyms, it's above it's definitely above the Values because Values don't have one. And Coronado is the one moderate that does have a gym. So this is one of the better ones. I mean, they're all kind of the same, but decent room in there. It's got mostly cardio equipment though. So
yes, and this is like I said. This anybody can use this one, but it's kind of out of the way if you're in the hotel part. You kind of have to trek a little bit to get there.
For sure. Yeah, not really close to the lobby on that side. Then there's a campfire you can take part of.
Right over by Geyser Point. They give you the marshmallows. You have to buy the s'mores kit, though.
Or you can bring your own.
Yeah. Yep. But the s'mores kit is Mickey shaped now. So why wouldn't you want to?
Well, and they do have the area where you can do that is actually kind of cool. It's a little circle thing out front of it. So again, the ambiance of that area I think is one of the best on all of property. So
absolutely.
Then of course you have the movie Under the Stars, which where do they do that?
They do it over by, we're going to mention in a second, but it's over by Reunion Station. So like if you're at Geyser Point, you're looking at the water, you just go to the right, and there's like a grassy area with they have like cornhole set up. It's in this little grassy area. Yeah.
Because we've actually never done that.
Movie Under the Stars?
We have never done that with our kids.
We briefly did it in Boardwalk. We stayed for like 10 or 15 minutes before going to our room.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was Tangled, I think.
Maybe it was without me. I don't remember doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a movie that they had seen and they liked, so they stopped and watched for a minute.
Okay.
It was a bit
either way. Movie Under the Stars is always something you can do.
Yep.
Then there's the Buttons and Bells Arcade if you want to play some arcade games. You have jogging trails. Kind of got all over the place. So it's like I said, walking trails / jogging trails if you want to go running. So something interesting about this place, you can actually do what is called the Wonders of the Lodge Art and Architecture Tour. And this is free to do. And it is about an hour long. You say it takes place in the morning?
9 a.m. every day. If you can meet under the fireplace in the lobby, and they talk about all the artifacts and architecture of the lobby and the hotel itself, and just kind of take you around and give you some fun facts. And it's pretty cool, I hear.
This is a great, which we'll talk about at the end, like this is a good resort for a staycation type stay. I would totally do that on a staycation. Just get up one morning and just check it out. Because it is one of the cooler resorts in that way, like the architecture of it and everything, like the layout. So
yeah,
I think that'd be a lot of fun. There is also a hidden Mickey scavenger hunt that you can do.
Yes, and we had plans on doing this, and we ran out of time. But I still have the paper.
But it is free.
It is free. You just grab it from the front desk, and you just go around, and there's little clues to finding the hidden Mickeys in the lobby, outside. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So.
And some things that are not available now, but are assuming they might come available again, is fishing. Currently not available.
Right.
Fireworks cruise. And there is a Salon by the Springs Spa.
Yeah. So that's the building like right next to the main pool. And I think they do like activities there, like the Mickey tie-dye stuff or whatnot. I don't know if they do over there.
I don't think they have anything to do with the spa anymore.
Yeah, there's the actual spa itself is not open. The only spa you can access right now is at Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
All the other ones are still closed.
I think that place would be a great spot to put a sauna.
You need your
and it
sauna.
would fit though the oaken, like how they have in like Frozen, like it's wood.
Yes.
It'd be a great sauna spot.
Yes. Oh,
okay.
okay.
If it's the geyser theme, you can say it's naturally heated by the geyser.
All right.
Yeah. And like many of the resorts they have arts and crafts activities. They have like tie-dye, make your own pillow.
Well, yeah, what I just mentioned, the tie-dye, Mickey tie-dye, you can make a sugar scrub, you can make a pillow. It just depends on what they're doing.
And it changes.
Day.
They'll have signs up and like usually the cast members are out there telling you like they were promoting, I forget which one they were talking. I think it was tie-dye when we were there. They were talking about you can do. So they let you know about it, and it's usually $10, $15, somewhere around there. Sometimes 20.
The lower end, yeah.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah,
but it's a little upcharge, but it is something that the kids can do and things like that. So, but and then Reunion Station is also closed right now.
Yeah, and that's the DVC build like room basically. They used to have like snacks and like be able to like chill.
Yeah, there's really nothing in there now.
But I don't think it's open. When I walked by it, it said private event. And it was closed. So I don't know if they still use it for like regular guests for DVC or if it's just for private events now. I'm not sure. But it wasn't available when I went by.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that's Reunion Station.
Yeah. That's all. I think that's all of the things about the resort.
Yeah.
Other than you got the giant fireplace. That's in the lobby with the rocking chairs all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's always, again, the ambiance of the lobby is fantastic.
Fantabulous. In the Christmas time, oof.
Well, it becomes number one in the Christmas time. Oh, I will say, if you go, this is one spot. If you go up in the main lobby, the second, third, fourth, we can't go to the second, but third, fourth, fifth floors up there, there's little seating nooks in there. Like there's spots that have like a fireplace with chairs.
Well, that's what you're talking about with all the seating, right?
There's a handful of these. Surprisingly, when I looked at them, everybody was sitting in them, but usually nobody's in them because nobody knows about them. But if you want a place like if you're staying here, like if you want to get away and read a book or do some work or just hang out on your own, you can usually go in here and like just hang out, and it's gorgeous. Yeah,
there's even rocking chairs and seating that overlook the pool area in the back.
Yeah,
outside, so you can go outside as well. And also, you briefly mentioned this, but the little creek thing in the lobby, that has a little bridge over it. I cannot tell you how many times we have been over to Wilderness Lodge, and our children have to run back and forth over that thing.
Yeah,
like they have to.
I think it's our son's favorite thing to do.
Oh my gosh, they did it for a long time. We were checking it. So that gives me like good feelings, I guess, because like I think I'll probably remember that as one of my favorite things about Disney and their Disney hotels as I get older. Like I will remember, like that's one of those things I will remember forever.
And our son sometimes he would lay down on it, and I'm like, don't lay down there, don't do that. But
yeah, I remember doing that because we stayed there in 1994, like when it first opened, and I was 10, so I can remember my sister and I doing the same thing. So it's like full circle.
Well, at the very top of the lobby is the Old Faithful club level. That is where club level is way up there.
That's right.
Because I went all the way up there and I saw the thing. So it's at the very top, which that is an awesome. That is an awesome spot to put your club level. All the way up to that top of that lobby. But yeah, you can check it out, but you can't get up there without a certain thing. Because I tried to go, but they wouldn't let me. But
we should stay at club level there sometime.
I mean,
just like one night.
Again, it is literally at the very top of the lobby, so you have amazing views down there. So
now I've heard that like that one is hit or miss sometimes.
I feel like they all are to some degree,
maybe.
But it is called Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
All right, and we'll talk about the transportation options here. So you have the bus to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Disney Springs. And, of course, Typhoon Lagoon if you want to go there.
But it's a connecting one. You have to go to Disney Springs for that one to transfer.
It is. And then to Magic Kingdom, you can take the boat, which is nice. Other than sometimes you got to wait a little while for the boat, depending on how many they're running. But it is nice to be able to just take the boat over there.
It's very nice. And usually it's not a huge wait to come back. Like, I feel like they run enough boats, especially if it's like leaving at the end of the night. We got on the boat and I didn't think we were gonna. And it was jam-packed full of people. Yeah. But we made it on.
The nice thing is normally they have the big enough boat where you don't have to fold up the stroller usually.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
The big ones.
Yeah.
That is nice for sure. So I do want to mention, shout out to Brad from Kentucky. We ran into him twice at the hotel.
I ran into him another time too. I think.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I was gonna say a shout out to Brad because
that's awesome.
He was awesome. Yeah.
He was really nice. So it's nice to meet you, Brad. And then I ran into Shelly from North Carolina as well because when I was walking around the resort, she said Jamie. I was like, I turned around and I was like, hi, and and we're just talking for a little bit. But she also is a listener. So shout out to Shelly.
Thank you for listening. And nice meeting you.
Thank you.
I didn't get to meet Shelly, but I'm sure she's great. But yeah.
Sorry, Jared.
I'm always worried about that, especially when our kids are acting crazy, and then someone recognizes us and be like, "Our kids don't know." They're always this crazy. Sorry, they're just sometimes they do that. But no, that was nice because we saw Brad like we had just checked in, and then met him, and then we were going to the pool because my brother was there, and then I saw him over there as well. So it was it's a tight little resort there. So
I like it. I like it very much.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add about Boulder Ridge or Wilderness Lodge in general?
I'm just going to say that this is in my top 3 favorite resorts ever at Disney.
Well, yeah, that was my next question. Where do you rank it?
Yes, it's number 3. It's number 3. Polynesian Riviera are above it. It used to be my number 2, but Riviera kind of pushed it out a little bit. I want to stay here at Christmas again. Have we ever stayed here at Christmas? I don't think we have. We visited.
I mean, we visited. I don't think we stayed here during Christmas.
But I would love to stay here at Christmas one time just to like get the whole Christmassy feel. It's hard to find rooms sometimes because it's very popular for that reason.
I would like to open my presents under that tree.
Me too. Yeah. But yeah, I love this resort so much, and I was so happy to be able to stay there. And it's just it's amazing. I feel like I'm not at Disney when I'm there. I really do. Like I feel like unless you can have like a fireworks view from your room, or you see the electrical water pageant going by, which is also a perk of staying there too.
Sure.
I don't feel like I'm at Disney, and it feels very secluded, and I don't know. It's nice. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's in my top 3, and it becomes a where do I rank it sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I think it may push Beach Club out of my top 3, maybe. I really like Beach Club a lot, but I think it may go It might go Poly Wilderness Lodge and then Riviera. I feel like it moves around, but after staying there, I mean, granted, it's recency bias, but after staying there, I mean, a lot of it was just doing more of the pool stuff. And just, I enjoyed the pool a lot at night. And just, I think that whole area, that resort at night is one where you got Geyser Point there. Like you just feel like you're in the woods. I really like it. I don't know. That kind of bumped up to me like number 2, I think. I say that now and it'd probably be number 3 or something. But anyways, it's definitely my top 3.